Hi, Jack.
Hey, Brian, what's going on, man?
Not much.
Hey, all right. So, we're back on the whether she should have went on Fox or not. I know you had your opinion, and I had mine. And I mean, I think that was like an attempted political assassination of her, man.
It didn't work.
I know that, Trump puts out a bleat yesterday that, Brett Baer's, he's one of the softer interviews and this and that. So Brett Baer, what's he do? He puts on the Trump knee pads and he goes out there and 16 minutes on illegal immigration. And then he goes right into sex change surgery for immigrant prisoners.
So ridiculous.
Then he tries to set her up with 50% of Americans are stupid. And then they show a chopped up video of the enemy within, and she calls them out on that. She should have been assassinated by the questions that the way that they did it. And then at the end, he has the balls to say, people want to learn more about your policies. You just had unbelievable. Not one question on healthcare, childcare, abortion.
Exactly.
You are.
That is a great point that you just brought up. And you brought up the fact that, do you think 50% of Americans are stupid? And the number one thing on people's minds is transgender surgeries for those that are behind bars. He doesn't bring up abortion, which in most cases are the number 2 issue on most people's mind, especially women. He doesn't talk about abortion, doesn't ask her about that, doesn't talk about health care, because we know Donald Trump has had 9 years for a replacement plan for health care. Hey, ask one of these dumb Trumpers if they want to. I don't know Kamala Harris's policies. Say, what's Donald Trump's health care plan? Give me that health care plan. These stupid idiots, these inbreds out there that say, I don't know. Well, really? We know what her take is on abortion. We know what her take is on guns and gun violence in this country. We know how she feels about healthcare. We know how she feels about minimum wage. We know how she feels about home loans. We know how she feels about inflation. We know how she feels about the border. She said she wants to get back to the bargaining table and pass that border bill. What do we not know about Kamala Harris? All she does is talk about policy, and all this idiot Donald Trump talks about is how January 6th was a day of love, and talks about his grievances and the 2-tier justice system and the fact he wants to rip up the Constitution. I mean, it is insane. And then he says 97% of his administration supports him. What the F is this guy talking about? 40 people in his former administration are not going to be supporting him, including his vice president. He says 97% of people in his administration are supporting him. He says 75% of the country supports him. This man is not well. He is mentally ill. And we have to put an end to this. I'm getting tired of it. We have to put an end to it. And when I say we have to put an end to it, I'm not talking about violence like you stupid MAGAs are going to try to correlate that to. When I say we need to put an end to Donald Trump, it means an end for his candidacy. He cannot get back to the White House.
Right. Listen, he's a fascist. And this isn't me saying, the leftist, Marxist, communist, and not knowing what any of these words mean. He's a fascist. If you go and look at the definition of fascist, it's an authoritarian, nationalistic, far-right, intolerant of dissent, contempt of the rule of law, requires direct obedience, and supremacy of one ethnic group. That's fascism.
Oh, no,
and that's him.
You're right.
And Fox News they're his. That's his news. It might as well be the Trump news outlet.
Absolutely,
Jack. Say one word against him.
Yeah.
They'll never say one word against him. And anytime a Democrat goes on there, unless you got somebody knowledgeable like Colin Moskowitz or Jamie Raskin, somebody that's well spoken about this, they're going to try to tear you limb from limb.
Oh, there's no question about that. And Donald Trump makes fascist statements every single day. And Bob Woodward made that direct point on CNN yesterday. Donald Trump is a fascist. And if you don't think he is, look at the fascist statements that he makes on a daily basis. Thank you for the call, Jack.